สวัสดีครับ
โอ้ยใจเย็นๆทอล์ก
มีแต่คนเท่ๆมีแต่คนเฟี้ยวๆมีแต่คนจับจ้าบแล้วพี่จะยังไงดีคะ
Hi, I'm Mr. Everything. So this is our episode 1 called Chai Yin Talk. So today we have our guest here, Samuel. It's from Rexstorm. So our title, as you can know lah, before I send to you the brochure.
Yeah, but what's ใจเย็นๆ
Chai Yin actually in Thai it means that chill and easy.
Chill and easy.
That's why we put as Chai Yin. I also don't know why my team got put Chai Yin.
So you want your audience all to ใจเย็นๆ
More to Chai Yin. Chill and relax.
Relax.
So as you can see, the title we already put there is Videographer Can Earn Man.
Yeah.
So I don't know how is the income of as a professional videographer and those beginner videographer.
It's very subjective. Actually, this topic very, very subjective because there are a lot of ranges of videographers. So you have events, you have cinematographers, you have automotive people, wedding, and also probably corporate. So sometimes videographer, when they say themselves they are videographers, maybe they cover all. Or some of them, like ourselves, we would mention that we are pro into automotive and motorsports, and we do corporate branding and stuff like that.
But if you like say like in more like automotive and wedding, like cinematic, actually is there any difference about the skill of shooting and editing? Is there any difference? Like maybe like shoot car, maybe some different gadgets or anything.
I feel every event or every shoot that we do, there will definitely be different kinds of elements that we need. But at the end of the day, it also has to come with a certain kind of sense for that thing.
Example, do you need any scripts like when you want to shoot?
We will plan.
Plan.
Yeah. Like example, if we are into automotive and motorsports, we already know, okay, what kind of angles that we need, what kind of lightings that we need in case as a backup and so on. But then maybe for wedding, it's very different. Yeah, because it's more moment, right? Rather than cars, whereby you can go second round, third round, you still can take a lot of time. Wedding, no ma. Wedding is one time when you kiss the moment. Wow.
That's only one time for kissing.
Yeah,
that means that maybe if you want to have the kiss is not so nice, then you kiss one more time.
You kiss one time, the feeling is also different already, you know? So it's like capturing the moment. But for cars, it's more onto how to make it look a lot more nicer into the video, which will look like a movie kind of feel.
More feeling.
More feeling. So in that sense, how you need a certain music to suit your movement of your camera, how you want it to be.
So it means that, example, like when you want to shoot automotive, means that your brain need to think what type of song, what type of music, means that everything must be early planned.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like for me, I usually will like, after shoot, only think music. I just don't
yes, you also same thing, you shoot already, I think the music, but then just that at the back of your head, when you do the shoot that time, you already know, okay, by the time when I edit, I will need this kind of generate kind of music. Like example, you shoot Aston Martin. So Aston Martin, this kind of cars, 007, that kind of feel. So you will need to have something like that kind of slow moving, that kind of music, but maybe like a little bit of like violinist kind of feel, saxophone, that can bring
jazz music.
Yeah.
But jazz also got a lot of
but got fast pace, and so it has to match. So in that area lah, you would know already how you want to do it.
So as we all know, actually, that you have been shooting for Zen Speed Rebels, right?
Yes.
So
you together as well.
So, okay, I want to know is like, at first, when Zen asked you that, do you have confidence to shoot this type of video? During that time when Zen gave you this project, how is your feeling?
We are very excited actually.
So have you done this before actually? To be honest,
for drift, we have not done before. I mean, we have shot drifts event before, but for like this kind of, it's really like action, and then really want to make it like a movie to represent for like Tourism Malaysia, and then has elements of drift, and of course the character will be Zen to represent it. We feel like we are proud to stand together with him to actually get this project done together and to achieve something different in the automotive industry as well.
But I bet like this type of video considered first in Malaysia.
Yes, definitely first, and I think we are the only one that was able to drift in in the
Yeah.
stadium. Right? I mean the last, not the first, but the last
the last
to
person
be able
who
to do
for the-
motorsport drifting in the stadium itself.
So actually for this video for like Speed Rebels that time, how long you plan actually? And then actually when before Zen hand over this project to you, actually do you already have a concept or anything?
At first, of course, when he just mentioned, then only we thought of okay, then we need to plan in terms of the what kind of elements of movement that we want into it to make it look very drastic, very dynamic kind of feel. And also we have to think of it's not only just because of drifting, but it's to also show that in Malaysia there are a lot of different kind of areas that they can actually use to mix it up to have culture, drift, motorsports, and also lifestyle. So these are the things that will make it a little bit more complicated but much more fun to play with.
But after done the video, do you have any expectation of the video?
Expectation, of course. We have a lot of expectation in terms of output. But of course, a lot of elements that might affect us throughout the time, a lot of things maybe we have a certain range of things that we can do and can't do. Then maybe at the end of the day, is what
are the
audience see.
What are the things can do and can't do?
Like example, we can't fully drift on the road, right? Because which is
unless you have a proper permit.
you have the proper permit and stuff like that. So other than that, probably I think maybe drone that we want to do more onto the city scene. A lot of things we have like restrictions and stuff like that. So to be safe, because we don't want the video at the end of the day to a lot of people like saying, you do illegal stuff, all this stuff.
Yeah, true. Actually, a lot of what we say like Malaysia's the mentality is like, hey, you can't drift on the road lah, you can't drive this fast lah.
Yeah.
But actually, everything is under control, got permit.
Correct.
It's not say that you can simply drift.
Correct.
Not those like I see a lot lah, like those content creator. It's not I want to bash them lah. To me, they have a very bad influence that they fly the thing road and drive fast. But I just been wondering, how come they can do this type of content?
This one is by your own. That means shooting at your own risk and posting at your own risk.
But they can declare themselves as a content creator, means that they declare themselves as videographer. So how do you see them actually? Do you think they are professional?
I would say yes, they are also content creator because maybe the things that they do, we don't dare to do, man. Because at our level of production wise, there are things that we know that we cannot go abroad. That means that if we do that, we know that people will actually come and question us, or maybe the brand that we are trying to shoot for will get questioned by the government or any other aspect for licensing and stuff like that. Especially music. You have to use a proper licensing for it. But of course now you have Instagram, TikTok, all this that you can use their stock on, which is easier for people to use it. But the choice of music and also the content that you use.
True.
So I wouldn't say that they are not videographers. I wouldn't say they are not content creators. I would just say that they have their style of doing it and we have our own style of doing it. Just probably their style of doing it may be much more onto very locally people acceptance and stuff like that. The ones that we do will be more onto what we want to achieve. That means that what kind of audience we want to reach. Maybe we want to reach audience that like are above average kind of level. So we can't use like I wonder if you know
Recently I've been
a lot of the kind of things, So we can't be using all this kind of that kind of music. Yeah.
So as a videographer, so actually do you think gadgets is important?
A gadget is of course important, but some people knows how to use it, some people don't know how to use it. So even though today you can shoot very good on an iPhone 15, but doesn't mean that if I give you a Sony FX3, that you can shoot it very well as well. So there are a lot of skills that is needed for certain kind of gadget. So if you might be very good on an iPhone 15, which can give you the output that you want, then of course by all means go ahead with it. But on a professional level, of course we would need to have professional gadgets to reach that kind of cinematic level of output and deliverables for our clients.
I see. So for like what you say lah, I give you a professional tools doesn't mean that you can shoot, right? Because based on my experience, I can shoot with phone, but when I try to hold a camera to shoot, right, can't even shoot anything. It's like giving me like, what? I don't know how to manage it. It's like how to use the angle, example, like because like phone we are holding just like that.
Correct.
But for camera, like you need to tilt up to them, then like a ding, the lens thing.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I just sometimes like I question myself how to shoot. Using camera, I don't even know how to shoot. So okay, like okay, example like I recently went to an event. Okay, because my team is using iPhone.
Yeah.
Okay, so this videographer just like talking bad about my videographers and just using a normal iPhone.
Asking come shoot
That was a plan. But when the video outcome, right, it's not I want to tease him or whatever.
Yeah.
So what I feel, because for me, I'm a sound engineer degree. Do you think as a videographer or editor, does then need some music sense?
Music sense definitely will need some
What
because you can't be using all the I wonder if you know
the manya,
all the
ding dong,
stuff for a corporate event or probably maybe even for car events, so you can't be always using that kind of thing. You have to have a different kind of aspect of it. If like you want a very dynamic view or fast pace, you can't be using that kind of music because why? It doesn't blend into it as well. So you need to have a certain music, that a category that can match with that kind of footage.
And I also realized that your team, most of the video, you are using different music. It's not like, oh, this video I can like 10 videos using the same music. But where do you find this type of music?
Oh, a lot of different platforms, of course. It's very wide. Sometimes you would take a longer time to find a certain music rather than editing the video. Yeah, you might take 3 hours to just find one music that can suit it. But of course, maybe we have listened to too many kind of music also. Sometimes we also like, okay, have to, what's that again? Chai Yan Yan.
Chill, talk
drink a
easy.
tea, okay, then listen again. Get back that kind of view. Yeah.
So most of the time also, so for you lah, as a videographer, so is music important or the scene you shoot is more important? Which one is more important?
Actually, both is similarly very important because the scene that you shoot might be very, very nice, but the music doesn't blend into it, right? It cannot bring your audience throughout the whole video.
This is the feeling of the video when you watch that.
Yeah. It might be a very slow-mo kind of thing, but then when you start already very hard pace, wow, rock, bah, 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 people hear what you trying. It doesn't. It has to smoothly bring your audience through it, and then seeing through scene by scene until the ending. Then people like, wow, like seeing a movie.
Okay. So okay. Example like hire a videographer. Roughly the budget. How do you guys estimate the cost? How do you like quote a quotation for a client?
Or a lot of aspect, location rental, equipment rentals. You have even director fees. You have art directors, makeup artists.
So it depends on
production.
What type of the video that you want to shoot. It depends on the budget.
Depends how big scale of the video is going to be in terms of whether it will be a very big production, which will require a lot of outdoor lightings and stuff like that, or everything is actually indoor, which is all done in the studio. But of course, those also would have to take into consideration of like, is it everything in green screen, or will there include talents? Will there include MC or people voice over, or probably even though more effects kind of thing for lighting, laser, all this stuff. So yeah.
Talking about just now you mentioned that green screen thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is it shooting a green screen? Is it hard? Yeah, I realize a lot of people are shooting using green screen. They can put a lot of funny weird things. For example, like those Marvels. Most of the time they are using green screen.
Yes. Green man and green screen.
So actually, how does it work? Is it for a video editor that Is it hard for them to edit video or easy for them?
It will be very hard. It will be harder. I wouldn't say very hard. Maybe easy for them already because they have done it a very lot of times. For green screen editing, it's another level kind of editing already.
They consider God running on the CI.
Correct. Because you first thing you have to have a proper background that is already set already on set. That means that even before you shoot, you already know that this kind of background is what I want, and it's already ready for you to implement into it. That means that the car doesn't look like it's down the hill, but then your footage in terms of the background is actually straight. So yeah, a lot of all this kind of thing, and then jumping off a building, certain angles, jumping off a plane, or that kind of thing. All these are maybe on green screen.
So have you shoot
People
before
wouldn't know.
jumping out of a plane?
No. I wish I can jump out of a plane and then people shoot me better.
Then let's go.
Skydiving.
Okay, so for like I realized one thing outside nowadays, right? A lot of videographer, their budget actually like a very weird budget, you know. Like some I've seen before one like hire for wedding videographer for like 300 ringgit. And then some of them attend for the event is like, hey, hire me as a videographer 200 ringgit only. So what do you think about this type of videographer?
Semua pasar malam bang.
Sure.
Like pasar malam already feel. So it's not to say that they charge cheap and then it's not good. It's still for them maybe it's like a business because maybe they are just starting to learn and people say that you want to shoot or not, we just give you few hundred ringgit. Is it okay? Then people are learning ma. Then they feel wow got pay one or okay ma. But then the thing is that they didn't think of the whole industry whereby that if you are doing this and then you think that you are only worth this kind of amount, it's not to say it's not good, but you'll be worth this kind of amount.
Means that you're very hard to market up yourself for future.
Even though if today like you charge this kind of starting amount, you want to be the lowest among all videographers in the market, yeah, by all means go ahead. But then how long can you sustain? You want to do 1,005 ringgit for a normal video, for a 30-second video that will require a lot of equipment and stuff like that. How long you want to sustain
So
the business?
means that for a beginner, they must have a minimum rate, maybe like 1,005 would be good enough, right?
Yeah, it depends on the output also lah. Because a lot of things to take into consideration whereby first, how long you want to shoot it. Couldn't be 1 week I shoot one video for you and then I charge you 1,005 only. Makes no sense ma. But people maybe outside they are doing it, we wouldn't know lah. You know, which this actually spoils the market of the videography industry. So especially people like giving, even though free, we have even heard of it before.
Yeah, I also heard that before.
Yeah.
A free event and a free photographer like, okay, it's not my problem lah.
Yeah,
This is
correct.
problem lah. So, any advice for those who want to start for those videography industry? Any advice for them? What they should do and how they want to start?
I wouldn't say I am the best or we are the best in the industry, but I can only tell based on our experience. What you would need to do based on our experience is that first you have to do your studies, you have to do your homework in terms of how you want to shoot it, and then how much do you have to actually charge. You have to check a certain rate in the industry or maybe in the market, how much people are charging that kind of thing. And then the secondary thing is that are you able to deliver such kind of quality which the client needs or what the particular brand actually requires. Does it reach their expectation in terms of what are you going to deliver? If you cannot, then no choice. I would say that it's better that you learn it from someone, you have someone else that you know, or you can have their advice to complete that particular task and deliver it well. At the same time, you can maybe get a certain cut, I would say, or learning curve from that particular person. Maybe the person will give you a certain fee because you are recommending that business to the bigger production house that can achieve what the particular brand wants and the thing they want. At the same time, you can learn alongside if that is doable lah.
So also need like for those who want to start this industry, what are the best gadget for them to start?
I would say whatever that you have, which is your phone.
Phone is still the best.
Your phone will be your best buddy to actually start with. You can start with photo-wise. If you want to do in terms of video, then you have to toggle lah. You have to go. Everything is on Google now. You can even ask. We have a lot of seafoods that we always look upon.
So it means that everyone can find you lah. Seafood.
No lah, I mean that you can ask the best seafood, which is Google, YouTube, in terms of how you want to use your phone to provide the best output, and then you can start to learn from there. Of course, you want to come and look for us when we have jobs. You can come and mingle with us, no problem. We are always in all of the automotive events. We are more than happy to have friends and followers also for Rexstorm. Yeah.
Okay lah, I think that's all lah that I want to ask lah. Not much lah, because I'm very curious about actually how videographer earn money, and then I just want to know more about it.
No problem. So just I would say videographers don't do free stuff.
Yeah.
Because free stuff more whole yeah. it won't be good at the end. And then second, even though people are asking you to do sponsor for them, always think twice of what will be your benefit compared to theirs.
Yeah, what you get lah.
What you get in return first thing. Because at the end of the day, first, if you're using it as a business point of view, a sponsor might be a good thing. It might not be also a good thing. Because why? People credit you. Anybody can credit you, man.
Yeah.
But if the brand is actually very big and it gives you a very good credit with a certain sponsor, and also probably like a small confirmation of other events that they're going to give you to do, which comes in a budget which actually can cover, then I would say that okay, we can look forward how you can expand your opportunities from there. But if not, then I wouldn't say that it's something that is beneficial for you rather than you using so much effort. Because why? Videography is taking a lot of time. It's not that, we come 2 hours, we just glance through.
Yeah, shoot 2 hours.
Yeah, just press the record button, wait there, done. Oh, sorry, no. We really find the angles, we find foregrounds, backgrounds, a lot of kind of angles to provide the best quality that we can to client.
And then the expectation is like, hey, today shoot, today must get done the video.
Yeah.
I do realize that some client who got
Cost.
this type of request.
And also your effort that you put in, you have to think back lah. You spend so much time to do it, to come out with that thing. How much you are worth? If you think you're worth that 300 ringgit, okay lah, good luck, bro. Because we think that you are not worth that kind of amount of money. If you come to us, we tell you that you won't be worth just that 300 ringgit. There will be a certain threshold that you should be valuing yourself in the industry. Rather than, just thinking that, I just simply shoot only ma, they give me like that, I think good enough already.
This sounds so familiar.
Aku要pay more cheap No, doesn't work that way lah. For us, these are based on our point of view lah.
For a videographer lah, for someone who want to start lah. Okay, example like just now you mentioned, minimum get an iPhone. But what if they can't get an iPhone? What do you recommend them?
I wouldn't say only iPhone, maybe Galaxy or any other brands that you have. You can either start with either from telco side, whereby they have a very small amount of money that you can actually just sign a package and get it. But if you are unable to do so, then I would say that you have to use the budget from the client. Example, they're giving you 800 ringgit. Then go rent. Rent a very small kind of camera, which is maybe Sony ZE V10. ZV-E10, right? Okay. So probably you can use the budget from the client to actually rent a small camera like ZV-E10, Sony ZV-E10, which can actually maybe deliver what you actually need already. So example, the budget is 800 ringgit, maybe you need only 200 ringgit just to rent it, then your pay is 600. So that would be your easiest way for you to do it already, because why? You're getting paid. So for you to get a cost, to get a camera, to rent and deliver the thing that you want, and you understand the camera, how to use it.
So in the end, you just tell them, don't charge 300 ringgit.
Yeah. Don't touch 300 ringgit, because with 300 ringgit, I don't think so you can rent anything.
True, so.
Yeah, you can rent maybe SD card, one flash, but then no camera.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I want to ask a videographer.
Okay. No
You
problem.
can earn.
Can earn but then sometimes also sunful.
Okay, so thank you, Samuel, for attend to this Giant Talk. Okay. So just stay tuned for our next Giant Talk show. consider talk show อ่ะ
จ่าย
เย็นๆนะ
สวัสดีครับเรียกหนูว่าไอ้จ๊าบตรงนั้นมีแต่คนเท่ๆมีแต่คนเฟี้ยวๆมีแต่คนจับๆแล้ว